So now onto the hull, and excuse me, not sure if there's anything up with the bow point there, because you can see there's some additional tape on the bow ball. I can see it split, and then there's multiple scratches. I mean, in the black there, it goes down to the substrate, which actually at that point on this boat is just glass. And then there's scratches that start above and below the green tape, and then some filler of some sort someone has put in there. So this probably happened more than once on this, and there's that lower piece of tape, there's a repair by someone, and then over here there's a decent crease in the hull underneath that long, on the left, piece of green tape, and then that scratch goes up into here, and there's actually more scratches there. I didn't want to put green tape on the whole bloody boat. So another scratch there, another fill job there, another little decent scratch there. Oops. Kind of in tight quarters here. So another decent scratch there where the green tape is. Another one there. And then the set screw is missing. The fin is all bent up. All the filler around the fin is cracked, so took multiple hits probably. Another scratch, another scratch. Then the stern edge here is a little scratched up too. And then another little repair somebody did with some tape over top of it. Another scratch there. There's actually a little puncture there. So this side's still in pretty bad shape too. There's another, spot repair there. There's a scratch there. Another scratch. Here's a scratch. There's a scratch. Everywhere's a scratch. So I did omit one thing, that the seat tracks are kind of pitted up, and you wouldn't have noticed it, but the shoes had no safety straps on them. So unfortunately, this boat belongs to a friend of mine, and I know that he never would have let this happen to his boat, or he didn't do this to his boat. So that's enough about that. So this is an Empacher single that was put on our trailer at Boathouse Row, and every boat has a story. This one's story isn't so great. So there's sections of the Empacher type black trim tape here, and then there's a repair somebody tried to do on a crack there. And then the tape is missing here, trim tape that is. And there's a little crack in the deck where that green tape is. There's another one right there. It's kind of a paint bruise there on the top. Another tiny little rip in the skin there, along with some scratches. And then some dirt there, and a little scratch there in the splash guard wash box. And then there's no nuts for the backstay, and we always open up the inspection port, check for water. So it's dry. However, this ring has got some whatever, I'm not sure, around it. And the The clips for the cover are broken, and the pieces are still stuck inside the top. So the footwell, now normally I don't take out the foot stretchers, but we took the foot stretchers out, and you know, there's some holes there towards the right of the end of the wood stop that actually go into the core. And then here the ring is, you know, separated. And then these are the bolts that are holding in the foot stretcher, which they're the wrong ones. Oh, they work, they're metric. So here there's a pretty decent crack in the deck there. You can see it in the glare. And then this has some kind of rubber tape on it, on the edges, multiple pieces throughout. And then another little paint bruise here. And then there's a puncture right there. And then there's some extra tape here on the stern, top of the deck. So not sure what's up with that. Just another perspective here. So I took out the foot stretchers because I had noticed a couple things, like, well, I had to take them out to actually notice this. One of the screws is missing for the shoe, and then the foot stretcher plate is broken, and then somebody put some hokey stuff on there, and I mean, it actually is cracked right next to the stainless steel angle piece. And that plate, that footboard, that's some serious cash. Like everything with an Empacher is serious cash.